Please don't throw up on me. Well, it is currently 8:30 in the morning. It has been a long time since I was at the shop this early. Usually when I would drop the kids off at school, I'd come over and work, but it's the summer. The kids stayed at my parents' last night because Andrew had his first whatnot sale, and it was a success. He did really well. And I think we figured out some things that we could improve on, like the internet signal was a little bit iffy, so I think we have to get like an internet booster or something to boost the signal. But yeah, it was really great. Thank you to everyone who tuned in and showed some support and encouraged him, because he was a little anxious. Don't tell him I told you that. He was a little anxious, and I think that everybody popping in and saying you're doing a great job was really awesome. So anyway, Laural has her doctor's appointment at 10:30 this morning. It's just a checkup. I'm pretty sure it's going to be like, oh, look, she's eating healthy. Yep, she's good. And then we're going to go home. That's probably going to be the extent of it. But I'm going to head in here. I've got about an hour and a half to process stuff. I'm going to bring you guys along. We had two really big sales. We sold one of our Haren figurines that we've had for a few months. And we sold a vase. So anyway, I'm going to get in here. I'm going to pull those items off the shelf for the guys for when they get in to start shipping. And we're going to find some stuff to work on. There's plenty of stuff to work on. So let's head in. Okay, well, Andrew did an auction pickup yesterday. Everything else is piled over there on the cart. Here's some of the artwork that I purchased. And if you remember, I got those two children on a swing. And I'm putting that artwork out on the sun porch at our house because the yellow really goes with... There's just a little bit of yellow in that painting, but it goes really well with my my table. So I saw these two also at an auction, and I thought, you know what? It's kind of the same style of painting, same era. And so I bought both of these to kind of complement that really giant painting that I bought. I love that one because it has the blackbirds. She's just so sweet. I mean, she has dark hair, so she doesn't really necessarily look like Juliet, but I like her spirit. And the flowers will go really well with the one that I bought. This one, Sunflowers, is messier, and that's familiar. I feel like I've had one like that before, but anyway, this one is more of a fall theme, and I guess I didn't register that when I was bidding on it, but I don't really care. It's got a sunflower on it, and I don't think this is a style that I would give it to my mom, but I don't think that this this retro vintage style is really what she was looking for. Here is the cart. I'm going to unload this this morning on the shelves so that the guys have stuff to work with. I don't know if anything has sold here. I don't think so. I didn't really have any buy it nows that I listed on the cart. And then over here, oh my gosh, it is huge. And she's like, the rainbow bowl you bought is really big. And I'm like, I'm sure it'll be fine. It can't be that big. Literally, like, the most well, it's not the most massive because I've bought some pretty big art glass bowls. It's very large, though. It's not super thin, which, you know, so it's not as scary to ship. It's definitely going to be something. This is worth a couple $100. I think it's Karg, K-A-R-G. And, yeah, it's a bit much. This one over here is kind of exciting. I wonder if it's signed or not. No, it's not signed. It's a fused glass. When I saw it in the auction, I thought that it was Higgins glass. And I sent the listing off to Peter because he knows a lot about glass. And he came back and he said that's... If not, I'll correct myself at the top of the screen. But so this one here is also worth a couple $100. And I think I bought the whole lot for $30. And there was some other miscellaneous mid-century modern style pieces in there. But this is what I was after because I think I saw one sold for $300 or $400. So... yeah, it's not signed. I'm surprised. Oh, wait. Does that say Mimi? M-M? M-H? I don't know. It's just a marking. But yeah, so that's a really cool charger. Peter did send me a listing of one that had a bowl in the center. I'm not sure if this was intended to have a bowl in the center or if it's just a decorative charger. I'm not positive because I've never seen it before. I'd never even heard of it before. But that was really exciting. So I bought a lot I bought a lot at auction this week. More than I probably should have. It started out, I wasn't going to bid on the auction. I wasn't going to bid on it, and then I saw something that I wanted, and I thought, okay, well, now that I have one thing, I need to purchase more things so that it's worth the trip to go and pick it up. So then I just started bidding, and here we are. I think this is $1,000 or $1,200 here. It's not a lot. There's only a few items in each box. It's not a lot, but it's a good bit compared to what I have been buying. But of course, you have to factor in that this bowl and that charger will likely come close to paying for the whole thing. So the rest is just, you know, not sure. I think this was an extra. I kind of just want to poke through here real quick. Look at that. That's the reason I bought this lot. There were 2 owls in there. A little bit smaller than my Blanco owls. I don't know if that's what those are. And then we've got, oh my gosh, is that ever heavy? Ooh-wee. Gosh, that's a workout. Oh, look, it's signed too. It's marked Orforce on the bottom. Alberius. Something Alberius. I've never heard of that one before. It's a really heavy kitty cat. I think I'm going to set him over here. He's kind of cute though. What is this? That is an eagle. I wonder if that's the same maker. It's equally heavy. It is. Alberius. I have to look that one up. So here are a few sold listings for it's Ol. I don't know if that's her. Ollie. Ol Alberius. I don't know. But there are a few listings here. That one looks kind of like a glassy baby. So there aren't very many figurines that have sold. It looks like there's just an elephant. Elephant sold for $40. This one was $85, best offer accepted. But the way I have it sorted, it's highest to lowest. So you can see this one sold for $99 plus $15 shipping. And this one was more than that when you factor those two together. So curious how much that sold for. But that's it. I mean, there's no cats. There's no eagles. So I'm thinking I could do pretty well with those. So even though those were marked, when I was bidding on them, I didn't know they were marked. And the reason for that is because they don't always include that they're signed, that they're marked. They don't include pictures of the signatures. So I'm just looking at them and I'm saying, I like the way those look. They look nice. They might be signed. And then I get them back and I see that they're signed. I can inspect them a little bit closer. There are instances where I can go and preview. I can go preview, but the truth is this auction house is kind of far. It's a little bit of a drive for us. So we don't often get there to preview unless we're picking up one auction and previewing. So I don't normally preview. I'm just looking at photos online and I'm like, yeah, that looks good. We should go with that. So I'm waiting for my phone to charge 22%. The cord I used last night didn't work. It's like we have this cord floating around that doesn't charge, and I just happened to plug it in on that cord. So it didn't charge last night. I want to take photographs for listings, but I'm going to have to wait for this. I'm going to take this back to the listed shelves and get it unloaded. So the bottle back here sold, you guys. There will be a sold video on it, but if you guys remember, I paid $4 for this. And it ended up selling for $485 because it is a Potosi. It was a very exciting sale. $4 to $485. And the other thing that sold last night was this beautiful guy up here. He's been hanging out for a while, but he's the last of our large Ren figurines. He sat for a few months, but he's finally found a home. So we still have a gorilla, but we had, I think, 3 or 4 of the really big ones, and he's all that remains. So he's gonna find his way home. I'm gonna stick him over. Well, I'm gonna wait to stick him over here. I'm gonna put him back up on the shelf. I'm gonna wait to put him over here because I don't want him getting damaged. He sold for, I think, $1,100 and something. So we'll wait until everything else is cleared off so he can have his own space on the shipping table. So it looks like the Stuff is moving off of the listed shelves. A lot of these you're seeing repeatedly, and that's because they're sitting as buy it nows. That's why some of this stuff isn't moving as quickly as other pieces. For instance, this George Briard. I don't know how to pronounce it in French. George Briard, you know, George. So there I have this up here. This actually just sold at the timing of this video. This just sold. This just sold. But a lot of the stuff in the back is buy it nows. And so it's just sitting for a while. This guy I was listing last night. Mary Coover is the artist on that one. So yeah. Get the rest of the stuff unloaded onto the shelves. And then we'll find something else to do. So the cart is mostly cleared off. I did pull these off the shelf. I don't think that those are listed, so I grabbed those with the intention of listing them. This, I want to list, but it's also signed and I couldn't decipher it the other day. So it's just kind of sitting here for now. Laural has a doctor's appointment today at 10:30, which is about in an hour. And I have 2 boxes here that I was going to bring to the Goodwill. These are just auction extras. Some of them are. And stuff that I don't really want to mess with. Stuff that I maybe picked up and I was like, you know what, that really doesn't sell for as much as I thought it was going to be because I didn't look it up. I think this one is like 8 to 10, 8 to 12. But I'm really trying to think more about like, okay, is it worth my time to set aside and to list? And in the case of these items, I don't think they're really worth my time. So rather than donate them in one of my banana boxes, I have a whole stack of Goodwill bags here. Like, they're supposed to be reusable bags, but I use them as regular bags. So I think I'm going to put the stuff into these bags and donate them back. I'm not sure what they do with the bags if they've been donated back, but that way they're kind of making full circle. This was making me a little nervous balanced up there, so I decided to snap pictures of it. I put it down on the bottom there. I'm going to probably wait to list it until this video drops. Probably not, actually. But I wanted to get that out of the way. Also grabbed the cat to list, and I told you it was heavy. It's like almost 8 pounds. Oh my goodness. Okay, now that I've got some items photographed for listings, I'm going to go out to my car and I'm going to bring in the boxes from this week so far. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Today is Thursday. So I'm going to bring in my stuff and I'm going to load up the stuff that's going to Goodwill because I'm stopping there after, I almost said Juliet, Laurel's doctor's appointment, and I'm going to drop that stuff off before I go shopping in the Goodwill. We are at Goodwill. Laural is burpy. She just had a baba. I'm really hoping she doesn't spit up all the way down my shirt. We're going to head in here, see what we can find to buy and flip for a profit. Here we go. Please don't throw up on me. So I noticed this lamp up here, and I kind of like the design of it. It has a wooden base, kind of like it looks like a Harlequin design. It's obviously like a bedside table lamp. It's, you know, not massive, but I think I'm gonna grab that. All right. Well, Laural is fast asleep now. I put a few things in my cart that I wanted to show you. They're actually stuffed in that mug that I pulled out of the fresh bin when they rolled it out. So the mug there is a carrot patch, I think is what it's called. I had one before and it had like a gnome looking lid. So I grabbed that mug. The last one sold pretty well. And then that creature in there is a squirrel, and it's hand carved and painted. And I just thought that was sweet. So you can see the bunny dish lurking down there. So I got a total of 4 items. Okay, well, since Laural is asleep, I decided to do the rose one more time. And I found this. Now it's $9.99, but it feels like it's made of like a chalkware or something. Her face is hand painted. I feel like I can get more than $9.99 for that, so I stuck it in the cart. Well, I'm kind of glad that I decided to circle back through because I had walked by that the first time. It's a bumblebee paperweight. It's a little bit crude, but I like that the bumblebee is the only, it's like not too busy. It's just simple, and there's a bee in there. So I think I'm going to add that to my cart as well. All right, well, my total spend here today was $28. And I got a good load of stuff. I'm kind of interested in that doll, the Asian doll I got. I know nothing about it, but it was $10, so obviously they felt like it was worth something. So I'll have to do a little research on that. But anyway, Laurel's sleeping. I think she's gonna be all right. I'm going to grab some sushi at my favorite sushi restaurant. Just eat that real quick, and then I think we're gonna go to the Goodwill of Mechanicsburg, which is just on the road. So I'll see you guys there. All right, so I'm not really sure if we're gonna find much today. I'm never really optimistic when I come to this Goodwill. Oh look, Monaco. Was this here before? I feel like this was here the last time, but maybe not. I don't know, I might look up Monaco mugs. Starbucks mugs can be worth money. All right, well, Laurel was being really nosy. She wanted me to turn her around, so it's gonna be interesting bending over. I'm gonna have to have one hand on her, but you were nosy posy, weren't ya? Now you get to see everything. So exciting. So I looked up that mug and it's worth about 40 bucks, which is what I find most Starbucks city mugs to go for. This is kind of neat. It looks vintage, but I don't think that it is. Laurel decided she did not like the carrier, so I am now carrying her. It's a really nice jewelry box. What does it say on the inside? Let's look. Collection, silver plated giftware. Lacquer plated, oops. Let's get a look at that. $6.99 on that. It's in really good condition. That's worth picking up. Don't you, Laurel? A lot of these on the end cap, and you guys know I have talked about doing miniature lots, and I needed some sort of flats or plastic things to separate them out. And so there's 2 of them here. They're $1.99 each, and I think I'm going to use those at the shop. Over here, I noticed there was a figurine, and I picked it up. I was looking at it. I was trying to figure out if it was Japan or Germany. And it kind of looks like Germany, but the features on the cherub are giving me like Japanese vibes, so I'm not 100% sure on that. So this cup right here, it's just a single, it looks like. I'm not seeing any else on the shelf. But I have a set of them listed on my eBay right now, and I think it's an odd number. I think it's 3 or 5. So the fact that I just found another one, I can add it to that collection, and I can actually have an even number. So I think I'm going to pick this up to add to that set for my eBay. All right, so this here I recognize as something I sold not that long ago. I had picked up a leaf-shaped dish at, where was that? That was Ephrata Goodwill. It's very similar. It's California pottery, but fortunately there are a few chips there. I was considering it, but you know what? I think I'm gonna leave it. Just picked this up and turned it over, and I was surprised to find that it has a West Elm sticker on the bottom. I've actually bought and sold one similar in the past. It was a different color though, so I think I'm gonna grab this. The West Elm brand sells pretty well for us, even though it's not Murano, you know, it's not anything like that. But I think I'm gonna grab this, and it is only $2.99, so that's great. So I decided to browse here through the Christmas, and I just happened to notice these in their original boxes. So one is a snack tray, and the other is a sentiment tray. Is it time to leave? I think Laurel is telling us it's time to head out. So I'm going to stick these in my cart, and then we're going to head up towards the checkout. Okay, well, my total spend there at the Mechanicsburg Goodwill was $20. Just 20 bucks. I got a few things. Laurel started to get fussy, and I decided it was time to call it quits. So I'm back at the shop now. I'm going to get some work done here. She tends to be a little bit more content here at the shop, I think, just because it's quiet and she can sit in her seat. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was a little bit all over the place today, but it is what it is. And I will see all of you tomorrow. So long. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. In case you spotted something you just can't live without, we do post 25 to 30 new items in our eBay shop every single day, and I've posted a link to that down in the description.